Hi guys. Uh, we all know that we all keep thinking that when we hear the ambulance, we want to give it way, we want to let it go, but mostly we are not able to because there's no space around us to let it go. Now, I made a small presentation where I'll try and explain to you how you can give way to an ambulance. The only thing here is that first I'll explain to you how you're supposed to give way, and then I'll speak about the problem that is there in India, and then I'll tell you how you can resolve that problem as well for this particular situation. Okay, so let me try. This is my first attempt of making a slideshow like that, so it's kind of raw, please don't mind that. Okay, let's get started. And here we sorry, here we go. Okay, so this is a normal two-way lane that we see in India as well. Now, normally on these two ways, generally what happens is this is how it is supposed to be. Okay, you're supposed to be in your own lane, and now let's just say that if there's an ambulance or a police car that's coming, you're supposed to go to the sides and let the car go from between, because generally there is enough space on the sides, and you can let the car go from between. Similarly, these cars will go to the sides as well, and this will go from between. And similarly, these cars will go to the sides as well, and this can go from between. That's how it is supposed to go through, right? Now, the problem, of course, in India is that we don't have this situation. We have this situation. In two lanes, we are generally driving in three lanes. Now, what do we do? If this is the scenario, you cannot let an ambulance pass through. So all you need to do is, if you're in the between here, you just move to your lane. If you're second in the lane, move second to the lane and just stick to your lane. You won't be able to let someone here, and no one will be able to come here. So it will be kind of stuck that you will have only one car here and you'll have only one car here. That's how you create that space. Now, if each one of us start thinking like this, that this is what the scenario should be, and each one of us starts working towards it, then definitely we can move aside and we can let that ambulance or the police car to go through. So remember, these lanes are made for a purpose. They are made so that we can let these important cars go through. Don't squeeze in between lanes. Don't go between lanes. Let that space be there. Even if there's a biker there, let him go. There's no problem, right? Because this space is meant to be for these cars. If, let's say, like I said, this is the scenario, no one can go through. This is a rolling one, so it is coming back again. So I'll just stop this and I will bring it back to that particular scenario. Just one moment. Okay, so let me just pause it here. Right, so this is what we should be aiming at. This is why the lanes are there. I know if there's a bus or something, it would be more difficult. Now, even if there's a biker here in between, he will go through with the car. Let it go. If there's a biker here, you will have to let the biker go so that you can go to the side, right? Similarly, the other major problem in India is that when an ambulance is going through, every car tries to pass it and go behind it. Don't do that. Abroad, frankly, it's a crime to tailgate an ambulance or a police car. It's a crime. I don't know when it will come to India, but please understand, don't do it. Because if someone is giving way to the ambulance, he's not giving way to you. He's only giving way to the ambulance. And don't pretend to be the family member of that ambulance. Everybody understands which car is with the ambulance and which car is not, right? Because of course all of us have seen and we know when a car is actually with the ambulance and when it is not. If there is someone with the ambulance, he would probably be ahead of the ambulance trying to make way in India. He would not be behind the ambulance. So that is one thing very important. Please don't tailgate an ambulance, and please try and maintain your lanes so that you keep space for the ambulance. So that is how you can let an ambulance through. That is how we should be driving in India, and that is how we should take care of those loved ones who could be caught up in an ambulance. Now, if you take care of someone else who's in an ambulance, someone else will take care of your family member if they are in an ambulance, right? You will not be maybe not be on the street when your family member is going through, but someone else will be. Similarly, when someone else's family member is going, it's you who's on the road. So please keep way for them and make way for them. Those two things are very important for you to let an ambulance through. Okay, I hope I have been able to explain well, and frankly this is something that I learned in Nigeria. I was amazed by it, the way they did it. Uh, there was a police van actually that was pretty wide, I would say, fat, and the cars just moved aside, and the van could just zoom through at the speed of 40. I know 40 is not much, but it was a very thin lane, just like this. There was a wall here and there was a wall here, but the cars went aside and the van could just go through. If they can do it, we can do it too. They are also humans, we are also humans. So let's make way for these ambulances and the police vans and let them go through. Okay, thank you for your time. Have a nice day. Hey guys, so my channel name is Please Follow Rules and Join the Parade. Now first I say please because it's a request to everyone. Follow rules because that can save lives and nothing else. It's just to save lives. And join the parade is to increase the brotherhood among people. And I know this is a long one, so I'm going to cut it down short to just JP. That will be my logo.